What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Join in. Come on in. Join in today and hear you guys talk show. Hear you guys talk show. I see you. Give me 1 second. I see you. Give me 1 second, coach. I got you. Give me 1 second. I got you. Give me 1 second, coach. I got you. Give me 1 second. I'm waiting for more people to come in. Right now, I'm just waiting for more people to come in. If you can, tag some people in. The Hey You Guys Talk Show. The Hey You Guys Talk Show. See if you can tag people in. Tell them join. Let's get some music going while we going, y'all. Let's get some creative to beat maker beats before we start our little show right here. Today we got a special guest today. Special guest today. We got a special guest today.
It's like, man, y'all don't believe in 117. Your girl do though. It's like when you at work and shit, man, you would never believe where we at.
Today.
Running up your fucking long distance, motherfucker.
Welcome on today's first episode of Hey You Guys. Hey You Guys. And we're gonna have Coach White. Coach White, call in whenever you're ready. Got some special weed right here. Cop this from some of my peoples out in Allentown. Be careful. Hey, you guys.
Yo.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.
How are you, Coach White?
Excellent.
How are you, baby?
Excellent. I like what you're doing with Where you found all that music from?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Where you get all that old music from?
Yo, I just found the flash drive, bro. I was just I have I was just looking around and I just found it out of nowhere. I just found it out of nowhere. I know. Yo, I was so excited to find it, man. I have over 35, at least about 3,500 songs and beats, people's albums, beats I made, other beats people made, were mostly mine.
I need
A lot of mine.
everything I'm on.
Enough about me, though, bro. I was listening to you, and I remember when you did that. The weight is for people who don't know who you are. First, before we even go ahead, for people who don't know who you are, and for the people who do know who you are or might think they know who
Coach
you
White.
are.
Coach White.
Tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what you do.
I'm a regular person with a dream, or who had a dream of being a star. But I didn't have star quality. You know, I worked what I had.
What you mean? What you mean you didn't have star quality? What you mean, like? What do you mean?
Meaning I always felt somebody was better than me. Meaning, JR, you, Flo. I just thought I was different.
So,
So
but
I was
you mean that as in your inner circle of you mean that like
of
that's
music,
like your
of
inner circle.
music. You know, I never wanted to do that. It was you brought me out of that. Yo, Jock, come on. You around enough. I'm like, nah, that's ain't for me. I want to get money.
What's some of your influences though? Besides like your inner circle or the people around you, who's some of your musical influences like who
And nobody influenced me, bro.
like who
I just like I listen to though. If you say listening to, I
right
listen to like Jay, Ghost,
Ghost?
um,
Ghost,
Young Thug.
Young Thug.
I'm all over the world,
That's a
all
different
over with Timon too.
that's a whole
A little
different
bit of Future and Biggie and Pac. But Pac was always my favorite. Tupac was always my favorite. You know, but I had an ear for music. Better A&R than rapper. I like the music.
so you're saying Tupac was one of your like as nice I'm not gonna say your influences, but your music that you listen to. So I'm not gonna say like but did that have something to do with like your music? Like how no?
No, no, no. I worked up for feelings. You remember I was telling you I don't have a category for me. I think I said I'm gonna name it personality rap.
Right, right, right. Because feeling wise, yeah, I could see. Not I ain't gonna say Tupac, but the feeling wise, because I could say he was feeling, but I never heard anyone like you. Me personally, am
I
I, I love you as an artist.
I was trash, but at that time, we forget we talk about 15 years ago, 16 years ago. I wasn't, you know what it was? I wasn't scared to try anything. When people were like, "Nah, people's gonna laugh. I don't want to do
Right.
it." I wasn't scared to try. Like, fuck
Hold
it.
up,
Like,
hold up, hold up. You blanked out. Hold up. I don't know if that was me or if that's you.
Yo,
Go ahead.
yo, Fat Cat, what's up, my guy?
What the hell happened? Go ahead.
You see me?
Yeah, I see you.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
All right,
Oh,
then we
what's up?
good.
What's up? Hold on. Excuse me, coach. Give a shout out to Fat Cat. Dirty Love. What's good? What's good? You should watch
Yeah,
this. Watch this episode. Watch this episode. Tag people. Tag people. Tag people. Tag people.
gotta find Ra.
Definitely.
Find Ra.
So
Find Ra.
so
That's what I was saying. I think I was trying to create a lane for myself. Remember, I was like, I'm not a lyricist. I could tell a little story, but personality rap. You remember y'all was laughing like, yo, this thing is crazy. But you know, it was a great time. Shout outs to you though. You know, you pulled me out the closet. I was never this was never my thing.
what was the
But I wonder,
what was like the first song like you ever that you ever recorded? You ever like you got behind the mic and you recorded? Yeah, ever first song you
um
ever recorded it ever.
the first one was at your father's house, 106 Kramer.
It was a
And
lot of shit. There's a lot
the
of
first
stories
the
from
first exact the first one was matter of fact, y'all was writing and I think I was lazy. I didn't want to write. So I said, I'm just gonna go. This is before people started talking about freestyling and all that.
right.
And I said, yo, I'm just gonna go and if we like it, we like it. And I think I did a freestyle, Young Man, Young Man.
Yeah,
And I tried to kill him.
man, yeah.
And y'all wasted so much time writing. And I think I did that song maybe in 5 minutes. And we didn't know that it was gonna be catchy.
Right,
We we was just laughing. But I was never the type to write. And you
right.
could witness you can attend to that. I hate writing. I was like, yo, like when you write it and then you try to rap it, it's like you reading. So I never liked writing.
So
I always
you could actually I'm sorry, you could actually say that your first song that you ever recorded was not on an industry type beat. It was on a whole custom beat, like
right. You had matter of fact, you had the generator, PlayStation 1,
right. Wow,
and you
music.
made some beats.
Shout out to PlayStation. Music
Right. And
generator.
I think some shit
People,
like that. And
a lot of people's first time making beats, not official studio, was a
right.
music generator.
We we was young.
That
We
was a
talking
lot
about
of people's first time music
talking about
generator.
11. We talking about 11 years old. You was learning how to make beats before anybody make beats. I ain't know nobody made beats. You was the first one. Like I'm trying this. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I
Uh,
think I called it. You building Tetris blocks or Mario blocks. Like it looked like drawings. And I was like the Mario blocks or something.
yeah, right on the music generator. Shout out to people who did not have a home studio at the time, but you had a PlayStation. You know about music generator. If you
Right. And
you know about music generator.
and
So so
I'm just thinking. I'm trying to think because I'm trying to be. It's been a while. It's been a long time. I'm trying to be clear. I don't want to be lying on your show, man. I think that's the first. And I remember you, AJ, and I think your pops was right into something. And I was like, yo, listen, I got something. And you put the the old school mic on and you
right,
plugged it in your father's radio.
right. That's
And you was
hot.
like, go ahead, John, let me see it. And I think I
Yo,
just
shout out to them old school mics, man. When people were holding down the microphones with their hands when they were recording live.
right. Again, you remember I didn't want to do that. That wasn't. I always told you, and I stuck to this day. Now I got new talent who's way better, but I always say at the time I always said JR was he was, and to this day he's still one of the best lyricists that I heard.
Yo, I just
That
want to give big shout out to Tasha. Big shout out to Tasha. I want to give big shout out to Frank. We see you there. I want to give big shout out to Doug. I see you. I see you. Thank y'all for joining in on the show. This first episode of Hey You Guys talk show where we just
who
took a
created that?
little 20 minutes, half an hour out of the day, talk history with people, their music, well, whatever they do. It doesn't have to just be music. But thank y'all for tuning in. So we got Coach White right now. Definitely going back on his lyrical days. And matter of fact, do you still catch yourself rhyming? You still spitting now, or
Um, I play around too much. I got other people who's real serious behind me, and I'm behind them actually. Let me clear that up. You know, I got super duper fire
so
artists.
before we get more in detail of that, when you're in the studio with your artists, first of all, to tell people what you
Artists.
do right now. What do you currently do right now? What do you
I
currently do?
manage.
You
I
manage,
manage and working on a label
right?
quietly. No bragging, but it's coming.
Right. So now you being an old artist, or I'm gonna say old artist, but
You say what
you
you want to
you
say.
being you being yeah, because we know we got history with each other, so when you're in the studio with your artists, when you're managing and doing whatever you gotta do you find yourself wanting to like hop on a beat, or do you find yourself coming up with a track in your head that has nothing to do with your artist's music, or like what's going on in your head besides you like the business
I'm gonna
mind,
be real with you.
right?
It's hard. It's hard for people. I'm gonna talk. Let me talk. It's hard for people who think that they was great not to interfere. See, for me, I know my lane. Like I know I'll be way out of bounds
Right.
if I try to step on either one of them. Fire, they too fire.
But
But in the video, sometimes I gotta hold my composure because that's when I would act out. Sometimes like, yo, chill.
right,
But no, I'm not chilling no more. It's coming with it. That's it. I'm gonna enjoy myself somehow.
right.
I let them create. I got nothing to do with their creativity. They great on their own, you know. But
Because like with
it,
me,
it hurts because I be asking, how the hell can you get so good? Like some people could try. Like I hear a lot of people who's trying, and you got to know to give it up.
right,
You don't got it.
right,
It's not even about age. It's about if you do you have it or you don't. And some people it's just basura. Just call it what it is. If your friends ain't gonna tell you, you know, social media tell you, and then you don't believe it, you're gonna call it hating. But you gotta know that you're not great. Because to make it in this industry nowadays, you don't have to be great, but you lacking, you gotta be strong in something else. At least a look,
right.
a image, a gimmick, or a sound,
Yeah,
a difference.
yeah. It's hard right
If
now.
you
Right now, everyone in the industry.
it's easy, but it's hard because
Yeah,
it's access. The computer access is so snap of the finger. Make a beat, go get your mic, jump on it, and then
right,
you got a fucking song.
right.
But
I
the
know
business part of it,
when I'm in the studio and I don't even really do nothing no more, cause I got as people I fuck with too. You know what I mean? But shout out to Fitted. Um, when he be going in the studio, he do his thing, man. I be in my head. I would never overbound me. No, that's he doing something. I be in
right?
my head sometimes
We had our
on my
time.
own tracks. Yeah, but I be wanting to know personally, like I know that little bit of creative genius in you is still in there. I know. No, I understand. I've never
If
ever
you
ever
ask them, they'll
understand that.
tell you. I told them after. our goal is met for each one of them.
Right.
That they're gonna manage me, and I'm gonna come out with some bullshit. I'm
Yeah.
gonna call it that.
I
But you can
so
ask them.
what I
They
wanna what I wanna do is I wanna actually backtrack on some old music from back in the day. You actually had an album that was produced by me,
by you,
right?
everything.
But I don't want to really get into my side. I wanted to get into more of what more about you and like
Right.
because like some of the bars and stuff that you were saying and like some of the stuff I really like I never really heard no one like that. I want to hold on. Let's get into that. What was the name of that album?
What was it? The wait is now.
The Wait Is Now. Why you named it that? What was why you named it The Wait Is Now?
Meaning, simple. You didn't have to wait no more for difference. Because at that time, everybody was trying to sound like Dipset. You remember, this is what I'm saying, how long ago it was. Everybody was on that wave.
What year was that about?
Whew,
Yeah,
whew.
I think maybe 9, 8.
No. Before that.
Whatever.
Before that.
Dipset?
I'm gonna say,
You said Dipset?
yeah.
That
When
was
it was
like
hot.
that was like
7.
7?
7.
Wow. Sheesh. That's
I
like
think
14,
7.
almost 15 years ago.
I told you, yeah. 7, 6, 7. Because everybody, you remember, the South wasn't really fire like that.
Oh, they were being
You had,
accepted.
yeah, you had Wayne with Katrina, that era. You had Soldier Boy with the ringtone era,
Yeah, that was
and
the
you had
ringtone era, right?
and then you had Dipset. But the only person who was really different and nobody really was
50.
jacking him was Soldier Boy.
You had 52, didn't we?
Well,
I was
you
looking
gotta
earlier.
understand, he was the mixtape king.
Right.
He was working the streets with the mixtapes, and I thought if you was gonna pull me out, and I'm like, all right, E, you kept asking like, what you waiting for? What you waiting for? You want to rap? You're around me. You're around us. And I'm like, all right, the wait is now then, and it just stuck. No more waiting for different. I'm gonna step out my box. I'm gonna say the thing nobody else is gonna say. I'm gonna be silly. I still punch you in your mouth at the time. I think when I was sort of tough, no, still myself.
Right.
Didn't try to be no. Wasn't scared to step outside the box where nobody else would do shit because it wasn't catchy. It wasn't what was on the radio.
You also had a few features on that album too. I was one. But
Yeah.
besides me, who else did you have? Because you had a lot of 17. Explain what 117 is. And also explain explain what 117 is before we get
Well,
into
at the time,
right.
117 was a trap. There's no cover on that. It was a house in the West. We made a lot of money and got in trouble for it.
Right.
117. So we try to turn that into good. There's no sugarcoating. It's tatted in a few of us. It's tatted. It was like no man's bigger than team. You know what I mean? No man's bigger than God. God being team. That's what we used to call ourselves. There's nobody better than me. Me and Dud actually started together. And actually Dud started first. He was making money before me. However you want to call it, whatever, just making money. Before I jumped in, I just took it to a different level of making it.
Right.
And then family was always there making money. And then recruits came on. We let everybody eat. We wasn't a type, oh, now you're not from here, you can't really eat until certain circumstances happen. But then we just jumped in it like that. Like, you can't come here if you're not from here. But overall, we was letting everybody eat. We was
Right.
making we was
Right.
making shitload of money. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was stupid too.
Right.
You gotta understand I made a lot of money. If you read the paper, they called me, they said I made $500,000 before they hit my spot
Right.
in 6 months. You could look this up in the library. This is, that's in '04.
Right.
That's in '04, John Mel, look up my name. But it was, after they counted it, it ended up being 1.3 million.
Right.
And that's no lie. Like, as a youngin', no flashy shit. When they hit my house, they took
So
17 bands.
so that whole 17, 117, that whole
It started with
right.
a house trap on 17 North Burger.
Right.
And we got caught up because we was young, dumb. Moe for lunch, breakfast with strawberries. Having barbecues in the winter every day. This is real shit. You
Right.
remember, first of all, you can contest to this. You remember, this is in '04 now, so people might laugh, but I thought I was doing something. Remember, I came to South Beach with the clear sneakers with the $1,000 socks.
Right. Right.
You remember I kept saying that.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah. And you
'04.
can see
I
through
thought
the
I spent
sneaker.
$1,000,
You can see through the
right?
sneaker, and you saw the sock. Yeah. I remember
And I'm like,
that.
yo, the socks is more than the sneakers. You remember?
Right. I remember
And this is
that.
in '04, no lie.
Tag.
Now you
Then
see,
you had
like,
the tag rock. Then you
and I
dropped
rock
the
all the
tag.
tags just to
Yeah.
show them it was real. I was one of the youngest. I can't say one of the youngest, because people, like I said, at the time, I think our team was more established, meaning we didn't have too much worries. We get what we got. I mean, it was going.
Right.
It was going.
So
You
let
know,
me. Is there You said that the name of the album was The Wait Is Now. You got
the
features
weight
on
is
it. You got
now.
117 is features on it. Is there a specific song on that album that is your favorite on your album?
Oh, sure,
Neil,
sure,
what is your favorite? You gotta, if you could
sure,
give me
sure.
one of your
Um,
favorite. Hold on. I just want to give a few shout outs real quick. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to Frank. I see you, Frank. I see you, Brian. I see a few people. If y'all could tag other people in, if y'all can. Right now, we here with Coach White, manager of AUE. Is anything you want to promote right now, Coach? Before we get into your old into your,
I'm just
album?
promoting. You said AUE. That's Always Us Entertainment, and I
Right,
see a lot of people saying that now, but we know who started it. You can go look back on time, and records and stuff. But Maddie Rich and Peaches,
right,
Peach Book, the sweetest voice on IG, and Maddie_Rich on IG.
right,
And that's the future and now.
right,
That's it. And that's Always Us Entertainment, AUE. You hear that?
right. So not only
Don't get it confused. And no disrespect, because people is using Always Us. That's a song title that got nothing to do with us.
right, and
I
so
respect it because it comes
not
from the
only
island, but it's not me.
not only do people don't know that not only currently right now you manage, but people don't know that you have a history. You have a history of being an artist yourself.
Or trying to be an artist. We ain't gonna call it all that.
So
You
and
giving me a little bit too many flowers.
a lot of people don't know you have an album. You have an album. You can still get access to this music. I'm gonna put this music out right now. So this is people don't know. So I was saying to you, what's your favorite song on the album right now? And whatever it is, I'm gonna play it.
If I could remember.
Right now, whatever song that you said it was, I'm gonna play it.
Shit. I ain't gonna. I think
You have matter of fact, how many songs you had on you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wow,
woo,
16
woo.
songs on it. Wow.
I did that many.
That many on there, 16 songs. That's
Get the
more
fuck out of
niggas
here, son.
nowadays don't even put 16 songs on a
And I think at the time, I think it was like three. I did 3 long ass verses on some of them songs.
Yeah, and there's three, and then a lot of them have three verses on it too. Hold on, shout out. I see you. Shout out to Joe Foley. Foley, shout out to Brian. I see you. Right now we're here with
God,
Coach White. And like I said, people don't know you have a history, man. You got a you spit. So
I was trash.
I
But
don't I
and
don't
you remember, I always wanted to sing. I couldn't do it, but
it's true.
before this is why this is
This
real shit.
this is true. This is true. You did want it to see. You sang
I wanted to
before
sing.
you fucking rap. Yeah.
Right. How many times you was like, John, you know? And then what happened? Drake dropped the singing and rap album. And you was like, yo, John, you would have been the first one.
I got
I
that
always had
ear.
that.
I got that ear for it. I got that ear for it.
You remember?
All right. So let's get into a song right now.
If I could remember, go ahead. You play, you could play, I can't even remember none of the titles until I
We
hear the
got
song.
we got 3 Cheers. We got Murder Me. You want to get it to Murder Me, Out of This World. Matter of fact, people out there, if y'all listening right now, there's 3 songs that I choose from. I would say Murder Me. I would say Don't Fuck With Us. And give me one. Give me one. What I Feel, Don't Fuck With Us, or Murder Me. Pick one. Murder Me,
I think Murder Me was,
Murder Me,
I think
What
that
I
meant more.
Feel,
I think that,
What I Feel, and Don't Fuck With Us.
I think Murder Me meant
Just
more to me.
if just type one in, give me like if I can get 2 people to say the same thing, then that'll be the song that I'll play. Murder Me, What I Feel, Don't Fuck With Us. All right, I got one. Don't fuck with us. I got
You
one.
know what I
Don't
did
fuck
that
with
beat?
us.
I don't. You know why I did that beat?
Hold on, Gucci. I can't hear you because all of a sudden you just clocked out.
Yeah, you sound like you breaking up. Let me fix this shit real fast, man.
Okay, I got one. Don't fuck with us. Hold up. Give me 1 second, everybody. Sorry, I'm sorry. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, let me put you on somehow to put you back on speaker. Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yep. All right, coach. Let me see if I can hear you.
You hear me?
All right, we in there. All right, I got one. Don't fuck with us. Just give me one more. We got Murder Me, What I Feel, and Don't Fuck With Us. Pick one. Pick one. Come on, people. Give me one. Give me one. Give me one more. What I Feel, Don't Fuck With Us, and Murder Me. Murder Me, Don't Fuck With Us, What I Feel. What I Feel, Don't Fuck With Us, Murder Me. Give me one song.
Well,
We got,
that's your top
besides
three.
them 3, those are just the 3 I'm just choosing. Which out of them 3, you got 16 tracks on there. That's all right. We got
It was It was easy for me to do songs because I never wrote.
right now. All right, so we got one. Don't fuck with us. I'm just gonna run one. Don't fuck with us then, since nobody else is Murder Me, What I Feel. Don't fuck with us. Don't fuck with us. Murder Me or What I Feel. Well, we're just gonna
Interesting.
run with Don't fuck with us. All right. All right. Here we go.
I don't even know.
Hold up. Before we even start that,
Are you starting? Did you let people know that's me?
yes, this is this.
Do you remember how I came in and that all started? Hey, you guys.
The Hey You, yes, people. All right, this is the Hey You Guys talk show. Hey You Guys originally started with my cousin. This is my real cousin. Okay,
Look,
blood. This is my real blood cousin. All right. Uh, with him, we all are Goonie. Uh, we that's our movie. Like a lot of the family. Like, so growing up, that was the thing. So, um, one day I needed a stamp, and I forgot how you came up. I forgot how we got you on the mic and you came up with the hey you. I might have just caught you bugging out or something, and then I cut you and then I edited it and I added it. I might have had did that. I really
right.
don't remember.
I came in, and you remember, at the time, the Devil Springs.
Oh my god.
You remember,
Yo, who
and
remembers Devil Springs? Oh my god. Yo, who drank Devil Springs? Put a one.
remember,
Put a number one if you drink Devil Springs, yo.
and you said, I need a drop, and I'm like, give me the fucking mic. And I remember watching that fucking movie 2 days prior. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna start this shit like, hey, you guys. And you just stopped it. You said, that's it.
Hold
But
up.
you remember, before you cut it, it was a laugh behind it. Because I laughed.
Yo, we got some Devil Spring drinkers here.
Yo,
Yo. Oh man, yo.
you remember, and that was when you betted me, like, John, you can't drink that raw. Whew. I wish I didn't, but I remember you was like, yo, John, go in. I said, all right, I got you. I said, yo.
I cut you up.
Hey.
Bam.
Right, because I had a laugh behind it, but we was going to use the laugh.
Right, that
the way I laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you was like, no, I'm going to need this, but I used to laugh for something else.
Right.
And I was like, all right, job done. And before I knew it, it was a hit. Everybody wanted that on the beginning of their song. Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. Yo, Devil Springs.
He said Devil Springs with the Dollar Tree fruit punch and the canned pineapples. Oh, that's too much sugar. That's demonic.
I think I did it wrong.
That's demonic springs. That's so let me get into this. Let me get into this track. So when y'all hear the hey you guys in the beginning of that track, that's actually Coach White saying hey you guys. And I use that as my own personal stamp. The same way you would hear like Metro Boomin. You hear Future Metro Boomin, don't trust you. That's the same thing with Coach White. So we're gonna get into this track. Don't fuck with us. This was on The Wait Is Now that had came out in the mid 2000s. Wow.
I'm gonna say 2006.
And here we go. Hey, you guys.
See, that was it.
117 for life, motherfuckers. Love season shit. Fuck with us. Nigga can't fuck with us. 117 ever. This is what we do.
I'm trying to say that was
with us. Nigga can't fuck with us.
The West Coast beat, right?
This is what we do, bang, bang, cheer with my 117 gang. Things don't change, but the prices of the ring, the prices of the chain that come along with the fame. So why you looking stupid, dog? You might have fit your face. Get treated like a mistake, get easily erased. Plus the money won't change the outcome of the case. Now all of a sudden, you wanna be my people, but you kinda sweet just to be my equal. Niggas so fake, he see-through. Shoot him like a free throw. You could die for free though. Be all about the pesos, yeah, about the dollar. Shirt, Lacoste, jeans, Levi, shoe, Prada. You heard Jay, y'all now tell me who's hotter. Coming to us with your hand out, you get nada. Cheer, you better get your weight up and just wake up. Money on my mind, ain't no time for the hate, bro. Fuck with us, you can't do on my bad day. You never heard of us, just read the resume. The rap sheet long, the same size of Young Maine. So you know my whole squad's gonna fucking bang.
You see?
Hold on,
Hold on, you see? Hold on.
hold on.
A lot
Let's
of
go
Jews
back.
was
Hold on,
dropping
let's
it.
go back to explain. Hold on, you gotta we're not gonna go into each and piece bars, but you gotta break down what you were saying here. So let's go back real quick.
If I can
'Cause
remember, because this is the
I
wild.
don't think I'm gonna play a little bit of the beginning, and then you could just kind of break down what you were saying, right? This is for anybody, right? This is for anybody. If you ever come to the show and you bring your song on, we're gonna do this with everybody. Play the track, and we're gonna actually go through the bars. You know what I'm saying? Because not a lot of people be
If you call them
understanding
that,
what other people be saying. Hold on, listen.
Bling bling Chino with my 117 gang. Things don't change, but the prices of the ring, the prices of the chain that come along with the fame. So why you looking stupid, dog? You might have fit your
All right, go ahead. Like a mistake. Just leave it right. Do you remember? Do you even remember?
plus the money's long change the outcome of a case. Now all of a sudden, you want to be my people, but you too sweet just to be my equal.
All right. See, all right. You just said, but you hold on.
You see how long it was, so. All right,
You said,
go ahead.
but you too sweet to be my equal.
Yeah.
Just read the resume. The rap sheet long, the same size of Young Maine. So you know my whole squad's gonna fucking bang.
All right, so that's a track on The Wait Is Now that had came out
Right.
a while
But you
back,
too
maybe
sweet
about like
just to be
anywhere
my
between 12
equal.
to like 15 years ago. That
15.
and a lot of
But you
people
too
don't know
sweet.
that you have a history like a spit in history, like you spit.
No, I don't spit. We never call it that.
Well,
I go with
you used to,
how
well,
I felt.
you're not gonna say that right there was for your for a past though, like
You remember I never wrote.
right. Let's go into another
You
track.
listen, if anybody knows anything, you say, Joe, you got to write here. And I'm like, all right, let me write down what I'm going to say right now. But as far as like writing rhymes, I ain't never written no rhyme like that. I was too lazy. Like, and that's just to be honest, like, I go how I feel. You remember I just said, yo, the beat talks to me. And you was like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, even with that, like, fuck with us. Niggas can't fuck with us. Never. And I said, yo, it's saying it. If you listen to the beat, that's what it's saying. He was like, I didn't make that, but I'm like, this is what it say to me. And then you start listening, then you start agreeing, like, you know what, y'all? You got a fucking point. After we debated for like 10 minutes, you was like, yo, I got something for you. And then once you realize how easy it was for me to
actually put a track together.
right, and you was like, nah, you're gonna give me an album. Nah, it's like, nah, I really don't want to. I think JR, JR's too good for me to be bullshitting with this. But then once JR was like, no, I heard, because to be honest, JR's perfect favorite for me is in my blood.
All right,
That's
so
JR.
explain to who is JR? Like explain.
JR's the best rapper alive that switched his life. My little cousin. And I kind of biased by saying my little cousin. That's why I don't say my little cousin, because people gonna say, "Oh, his family." That's why you saying that. No, EJ's my first cousin. His father and my mom's a brother and sister, and I still tell him to this day, JR's the best, and JR's younger than all everybody who was rapping at that time.
Hold up,
And I was like,
before.
no.
I just want to shout out Tone Bone. I want to shout out Foley. Thank y'all for watching. I want to shout out Tasha. Thank you, Tosh, for watching. So now
Right.
I
So,
want to get
and
into
you know,
at least two more joints on that album, yo, because that album is really, really great. So I wish that
yo, stop,
everyone.
yo, you don't gotta give me too many flowers, man. I already told you. I accept it. We was having fun.
All right,
Right?
we'll do What I Feel.
No.
Which one?
What do we have? What do we have on there? Because I can't remember certain shit because like I said, I don't,
All right. So we got hey, if anyone is on listening with us also, I'm gonna name the name of the tracks. And if you
maybe
hear
somebody knows like something like, yo, Ja, I want you to hear. I wanna hear that from Ja, because a lot of shit, like I said, you remember I threw away a lot and you kept it, honestly. A lot of stuff like, yo, scratch that. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and we're gonna do something different. And you was like, all right. And then I come back, you like, yo, Ja, I mastered it. I mixed it down.
all right, how about we get into something that because I remember you were saying how you sang before you even rap. So what I
I tried to say. What about Push That White Girl?
no,
That was
I want to
something.
get into My Fire.
Well, you can always get into that, but you played that earlier, and you know what I got out of that? That I should have been a R&B thug before.
So do you want to do the radio song? Getting money and paid up over here.
We could do that. We can do whatever you feel.
All right, let's do that. We getting money.
There's no cap over here, so it's like um,
So
we having a
now
good time
you might
explaining.
notice this sample of this song from a famous movie, but I had cut up the beat, chopped up the beat, and the first person
And
I
it
thought of.
wasn't for me. Oh, let's disturb it. That wasn't for me. You kept telling me no.
Really?
I'm like, yo, I think you remember? I think somebody tried it before me, but they couldn't get it. I'm like, yo, I got something for that. And you like,
Maybe it
all
was
right, fine, go
Rudy.
ahead.
It might have been
Huh?
Rudy. It might
You
have
like,
been
yeah.
Rudy.
You remember? I came again. Again, it was me being me, and you was like, yo, Ja, I got something. And I'm like, this is when you got me now. Now you got me. The wait is over. I think I got 2 tracks done, and you hit me with this, and I'm like, oh shit, hold on, my lifestyle right here. I think I could do something. And you was like, all right. You said, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I don't like it, I'm gonna give it back to him again and give him a try because I already gave it to him. But then I took one take. You played around with it, and then you said, nah, Ja, this gotta be your radio hit. You bigged me up, and honestly, that was the first time I thought about becoming a superstar, like worldwide. Like we're gonna take this and shop this around. Before the internet, you forgetting. I was like, yeah, we're gonna go to the city with this one.
Right.
He was like, oh,
Right.
I
For
think
people
so.
who don't know, for the people before, a lot of people who don't know, before the internet, you had making CDs, selling CDs out of the back of your car, or in New York, you would go to the city, you would try to sell CDs, you would try to get them in somehow into big people's hands. You have
Right.
CDs, yeah, or you would battle rap. There were a lot of battle rapping at the time, so, but
And that wasn't nothing. I was just somebody who made a couple dollars, was feeling himself, who who got talked into doing music because I was around it and watching y'all do it so long. Then once people stopped showing up, you was like, "Yo, Jai got all these beats. What we gonna do?"
Right.
And I was like, I got something for you. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I got.
So let me
Go ahead, do what
let
you
me
do,
bump
man.
this. All right, here we go. We're gonna play. We're getting money. Here we go.
I think I can remember that.
Don't know what they talking. We all about that money. Niggas over here about paper. We get money, niggas pay up over here. I don't know what they talking. We all about that money. Niggas over here about paper. We get money, niggas pay up over here. Baby. Addicted to the money like crack, get addicted to the dope. Ain't shit funny. For that money turn snowy days sunny. I push that fire, not talking about lighter, talking out kiter. Snizzle, snizzle, dribble, dribble. Yeah, watch my money rise triple. How's that? It's kinda plain and simple. When you get a brick, cut a brick, back that shit hit the strip. Here's months. I grind hard for weeks and days with no sleep. See, my team gotta eat sleep clothes. It's my call of duty. Gotta eat well. Means even selling movies. Can't be choosy when it comes to this paper. Why screw me? Nigga, fix your face up. Handing me in time for the Julie. Bullets overwhelm me. Sprayed by the Uzi. Got stacks of paper, they just loosely. I'ma go to the money like summer Eve. You're dirt, plenty with no seeds, no cheese, no greens. One arm short sleeve, damn. My pockets can't hardly breathe. Shit so fat, see it from the back. Shit so fat, you can see it through the back. I don't know what they're talking. We all about that money. Niggas over here about paper. We getting money, niggas pay up over here. I don't know what they talking. We all about that money. Niggas over here about paper.
Yo.
Yeah.
That's that track, man.
I think
Wow. Like how what was you going through? What was you thinking? As you what was you thinking? Like what was
it was
going
just
on
what I
in your
was
head?
doing
Like
at the time.
from the moment you first heard the beat to the moment that when the song was done and you laid down your verses, like what was going through your head through the steps? Through the steps.
First of all, I got there. I think I just made a bunch of money that day, to be honest. To be totally honest. And I'm feeling myself, and then I told you, I always said the beat talk to me.
Right.
Right? So when I heard dun, 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 it was like
That's from the what movie? Where I catch that sample from? What
I
movie?
think you got that from Another 48 Hours
Right.
with Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
And I was like, I don't know what they talking. We about money. Niggas over here is about paper. We getting money, niggas paid up over here.
Yeah.
Right. We paid up over here. I don't know what they talking. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what they talking, but fuck that. And you was like, yo, Ja, go in. And I think I said, yo, I got something. And you was like, yo, Ja, I gave it to somebody, but if you kill it, you can keep it. And I guess for that time, and it was killing.
Yeah, at that time, that track was. So y'all can imagine 2007, 2008, 2007.
Nah, that's not '08. That's not '08 yet. '08, I caught myself a little artist. I got a little better. At that time, that's my first album. You forgetting? That time it was still like 05. That's 05.
You think so? Nah.
My daughter's born in 04.
But remember this. There's not even. I don't even think flash drives were
right CDs. And what you said, as I said, a '80s baby, addicted to the money like crackheads addicted to dope.
Ain't
that
shit
ain't funny. For the money, I turn snowy day sunny. I just thought it felt good. I turned snowy days sunny.
I
Did that
pushed
make
that
sense?
fighter. I pushed that fire. I ain't
Not
talking
talking
about
Al
a
Qaeda.
lighter. I'm talking
Oh
Al
shit.
Qaeda. Snizzle, snizzle, dribble.
Snizzles is dripples. The nose is dripping, snizzles.
Right, right,
There's months I grind hard for weeks and days with no sleep. So I was talking about the whole year, what I was doing. There's months I grind hard for weeks and days with no sleep. See, my team gotta eat.
right,
So at the time, it was like this is all I was doing. That's all I knew at the time.
right,
I mean, I think I try to break down the year. There's months, days, and weeks, right? There's months I
right,
grind. Oh, there's months I grind hard for weeks, days, and then I hit them with the days with no sleep. See, my team gotta eat,
right.
even with the same clothes. That's the ad lib. If you listen to it, there's months I grind hard for weeks and days with no